I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats.
Real.Pedrosa feels that Marc Marquez is getting to know riding a Ducati bike along with the results in the 2024 Italian MotoGP sprint. The man who now works as a KTM test rider raised his hat with the performance shown by Marquez during the 2024 Italian MotoGP sprint session. Pedrosa felt that his former teammate when he was still defending Repsol Honda had adapted well to his new iron horse. Marquez is seen as being able and understanding how to maximize the potential of the Ducati motorbike well on the track. Even though he had made mistakes with unfavorable starting positions, Marquez was often able to get up and reach the podium. If we make a brief summary, Marquez is starting to understand how to ride a Ducati, Pedrosa said, quoted by Motosan. Marquez also highlighted, perhaps for the first time, that he will compete with the newer 2024 Ducati bike even though he rides the older Desmacetticide GP23 model. He also warned that he is now fast everywhere. I'm very happy, especially because Mugello like Barcelona, I came with some doubts, he said. Gresini Racing Federal Oil rider Marc Marquez is aiming for victory in the Italian MotoGP at the Mugello circuit after finishing second in the sprint race session. What is Real.Pedrosa's view with Marc Marquez, who is crazy on every circuit? Will it be a threat to Bagnaia to win the 2024 World Championship? And here's the full news. Gresini rider Marc Marquez claimed his sixth consecutive podium behind Francesco Bagnaia Ducati in the 2024 Italian MotoGP sprint race at the Mugello circuit. The holder of 6 MotoGP world titles crossed the line 1.469 seconds behind the defending world champion for his 7th runner-up result of the season, when counting the sprint race and Sunday's main race. This raises the question of when he will be on the top step of the podium again. Marquez has not taken a MotoGP victory since his 59th and last win for Repsol Honda came at Misano 2021. Yes, many second places in a row. But don't worry, Marquez told MotoGP.com as quoted by Crash. I mean, I hope it will come winning, but if I have to finish second in all the sprint races from now until the end, I will grab it. It's true that we still missed something, but the positive thing is that we are in the top 3. Marquez also highlighted, perhaps for the first time, that he will be competing with the newer 2024 Ducati bike despite riding the older Desmacetticide GP23 model. He also warned he is now fast everywhere. I am very happy, especially because Mugello like Barcelona, I came with some doubts, he said. But with this bike I had to forget about the circuits I struggled with in the past. With this bike I feel fine everywhere. I fought there with Bagnaia Martin again. Also, Bastianini was super fast, but had contact with Martin. We fought there with the 2024 bike. So this is something that makes me proud. Fabio Di Gianantonio Pertamina Enduro VR46 was the next best GP23 rider with 7th place in the sprint race. If Marquez wins the 2024 Italian MotoGP race, the number 93 rider will claim Ducati's 93rd main race victory. The 8-time world champion would be promoted from 4th to 3rd on the starting grid through Bagnaia's penalty. To be honest, I prefer to start in 4th position rather than 3rd because the difference is very small, and in 4th position you are in a better position at the braking point, Marquez said. Marquez said Bagnaia clearly remains the rider to beat tomorrow. However, he feels another factory Ducati rider, Enea Bastianini, will also compete. Pecco, Bagnaia's nickname, has another speed. He's the only one who can keep a constant speed. He is super fast, super constant, always right. So it will be difficult, Marquez said. Likewise, this racetrack is about physical condition, very demanding. So let's see. I think Pecco and also Bastianini are the fastest out there. On the other hand, Real.Pedrosa feels that Marc Marquez is getting to know riding a Ducati bike along with the results in the 2024 Italian MotoGP sprint. Sweet results were again obtained by Marc Marquez with Gresini racing in the 2024 Italian MotoGP sprint race session, Saturday, January 6, 2024 yesterday. Riding the Ducati Desmosedici GP23 motorbike, the baby alien started this 11-lap mini-race from a strategic position, namely 4th. Having lost his position, Marquez got back up by taking advantage of several riders who crashed to reach the podium. The 8-time world champion finished the sprint session in second place, just behind Francesco Bagnaia of the Ducati team. Marquez finished 1.4 seconds adrift of Bagnaia, who finished this session with a score of 19 minutes 30.251 seconds. The success of the 31-year-old rider in reaching the 2024 Italian MotoGP sprint podium also invited the attention of Real.Pedrosa. The man who now works as a KTM test rider lifted his hat with the performance shown by Marquez throughout the 2024 Italian MotoGP sprint session. Pedrosa felt that his former teammate, when he was still defending Repsol Honda, had adapted well to his new iron horse. Marquez is seen as being able and understanding how to maximize the potential of the Ducati motorbike well on the track. Even though he had made mistakes with unfavorable starting positions, Marquez was often able to get up and reach the podium. If we make a brief summary, Marquez is starting to understand how to ride a Ducati, Pedrosa said, quoted by Motosan. And he's starting to know how to handle all the mistakes he might make in qualifying. He starts the race at one point and always finishes at a higher point. He always returns to the point where he started the race, he added. Pedrosa also praised Marquez for putting pressure and interference on Bagnaia, the fastest rider on the grid at the moment. For the main race session tonight, Pedrosa again reminded the defending champion of the last 2 MotoGP seasons to focus on Marquez. For the little Spaniard, Marquez will still be a nuisance for Bagnaia in achieving maximum results in the 2024 Italian MotoGP main race session. So today he put a lot of pressure on Bagnaia, a rider who is really further ahead than the others, Pedrosa said. So Bagnaia also can't lose focus for tomorrow because Marquez is there, he added. In other information, Gresini Racing Federal Oil rider Marc Marquez is aiming for victory in the Italian MotoGP at the Mugello circuit after finishing in second place in the sprint race session on Saturday, 1/6. At the Mugello circuit, even though Marc Marquez started from 4th position, the Spaniard is confident that he can reach the podium because of the performance of the mechanics who are able to improve the performance of the Ducati Desmosedici GP23 motorbike, which is more comfortable to ride. This is a track that I'm not very good at, but the story is different with the Ducati. We managed to compete with the GP24, which still has something more. Maybe we missed something at the beginning, but we are happy and more comfortable with this result, Marc Marquez said through a Federal Oil press release on Sunday. As for Alex Marquez, who started from 8th position, managed to maintain his finish in 8th position while adding points from the sprint race session. I didn't start well. I lost a lot of positions, and it was almost impossible to pass Brad Binder on the main straight, said Alex, the younger brother of Marc Marquez. The feeling on the bike is good, and we are definitely ready to fight further ahead. We will probably use the soft tires again tomorrow, although we will give the medium tires a try in the warm-up, said Alex Marquez. As a result of Jorge Martin's fall in the sprint race, Marc Marquez now has 123 points and is getting closer to chasing the 2024 MotoGP World Champion title because he is only 32 points adrift. Meanwhile, Alex Marquez is in 10th place with 44 points.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees.